What is up, people of the internet? So today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. 2025. So we just got back from, where were we? Oh, we were in Crystal River on the other side of Florida, and we were just hanging out with Colin and his family, going fishing, kayaking. If you haven't seen that, check out the vlogs for the past couple of days. Anyways, today on Adventures of Christopher, we are going to be working with Xodus. So we just got back in town, and we're leaving town again. So for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's a little teaser for you guys. We're going to Nova Scotia, and by we, I mean Christopher is going to Nova Scotia. So Christopher will not be with Xodus. Xodus will happen to be with family and friends. So Colin is going to get his work in with Xodus. So we need to work on training with a Doberman today, specifically because he needs working on while I am gone. Dobermans, if you don't know, are very particular towards one person, which that one person, boom, 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 just so happens to be me. So when Christopher is out of the picture, Xodus also needs to learn to listen to other people. So today we're going to be working with Xodus. Very in-depth training, very strong training, very strict training, but also very loving training. So Xodus has obviously been trained his whole life, and Xodus is a very well, pristine gentleman. But we need to make sure he does that for other people. So, on today's Adventure Christopher, let's train a Doberman. You think we would have done this for the past, 100 or some days? Anyways, let's knock this out of the road. So, sitting here filming with Xodus, I just realized that I didn't film any of the vlog for training. I've been working with Xodus for the past at least 5 minutes, and I completely forgot to film that for training. So, here we go. You guys get an inside look at the perspective of what it's like to train a Doberman. So, for everybody that wanted to know, first steps first, how to train a Doberman. You got to get a Doberman, right? Step complete. You got to teach the Doberman to come here. Come here. Come on. All right, sit. All right, then you got to teach them how to sit. It's the easiest thing in the book. You take a cookie and you tell them to sit, and then they just sit. They already know. It's an innate response that they just completely understand how to sit. And then you got to teach them how to give them your paw. Are you ready? So what you got to do is you got to take your hand like this. You got to go paw. Look at that. That's how easy it is. And then sometimes they're so special, they'll give you a double paw. Oh, you were looking at it. All right, give me that paw. Yeah. All right, you give me the other paw. Good boy. All right. Next thing you need to do is you got to tell them to lay down. Oh, perfect. Look at you. Now you guys are getting a little ahead of yourself. This is where things get a little tricky, okay? Then you need to tell your Doberman, this is a Doberman, right? All right, perfect puppy Doberman. Here's what you got to do. You got to tell him to up, get up there, and you got to tell him to stand up. Now that's the hard one. The hard problem is that they like to lay down, but they don't like to stand up. See, it's the funniest thing. So you got to do it a couple times. Lay down, stand up. You got to lay down, stand up. Sometimes they get frustrated at you and they do this little sneeze. So then you got to take that cookie, since they're still waiting for it. They demand that cookie because they are working and they are doing a perfect job. So you got to take this cookie. Here's the tricky part. You got to put it on the bridge of their nose, right here or right here. They like to smell the cookie too. Make sure they like it, okay? All right, so here's what you got to do. You got to put it right here on the bridge of the nose. Perfect. Now, you know that they like it because they start drooling all over their perfectly brand new bed. All right, here's where it gets a little tricky. You can put it down a little bit further, make it a little bit more complicated for them. Then you got to take their nose and you got to say, stay right there. And then they should, in theory, you hear me? You should, in theory, stay like statue. Perfect. Look at you. Puppy like statue. So here's what you got to do. You got to work on patience with them. So since they're very impulsively driven dogs, you got to tell them to stay. And then they can have it only when you say that one release magic word. So he knows a very specific one magic word. See what I did there? You guys get it because it's this number. Not this number, not this number, but only when I do this number. But I have to do it really quickly. So here's what you got to do to train a puppy Doberman. So you can only have it only when I say that one magic word. So we're going to start counting down, and you can count. It's an arbitrary number. You can count down for whatever you want. I like to start with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You can make it a little bit more complicated. 3.5, 2 and 5/8, 2 and 3/6, 2 1/4, and they have no idea the difference of numerics. That's the best part about dogs. All right, since he's waited long enough and he's a perfect, what was that? Since he's a perfect pristine gentleman, you can have it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, good boy. And just like that, you taught a perfectly good Doberman what to do and what not to do. And if they really like you, they'll still give you a paw without a treat in the hand. Paw? Yeah. All right. I wasn't expecting him to actually like me. Who's a good boy? All right. So on today's adventure, Christopher, we have now worked with Xodus, the perfect Doberman, and people think that he's fake. I promise. He's 100% real. And for everybody that does follow us and watch our vlogs, thank you so much. You guys, we could not do it without you, and Xodus could not get all the extra treats. So if you like our content, please like down below. Please subscribe down below. You guys make this all possible for our perfect puppy Doberman Xodus. All right, stand up and give me that paw. Look, that's how you know he likes you. And give him one more. Speak. 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 Yes. All right, good boy. All right, bye. See you later.